Yeah, we're gonna call in the professionals on this one. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Olamide, part of Olami Daily. And today it is a special celebration. It is Juneteenth, so I thought what better way to celebrate than to barbecue something nice, but I don't have any type of things to barbecue, so I'm actually just gonna make bacon and eggs on the grill. So stay tuned for that. I'll teach you guys how it goes down in the DMs. Let's get started. All right, we are back in action. Got it working. So we are just gonna start doing this. I've never actually made bacon and eggs on the grill before, but you know, first time for everything. I'm excited about it. And I think this is a good time to say that this needs to change. This bacon packaging, we can let this go on for way too long. And I think that us as American people, we need to come together and really reach out to these companies and make them make a change. So if anyone knows a petition out there to change the packaging of bacon, put it down in the comments because I will be signing it. I will be signing it. It's a meal for one, so I'm just gonna do 3 strips of bacon for moi. And then once the bacon's a little bit more cooked, I'm gonna add in the eggs. Okay, so while I have my bacon going on in the grill, smelling amazing as usual, let's talk about Juneteenth and what Juneteenth really is. Juneteenth is actually the mark of the abolishment of slavery in all states, including Texas. Since then, there's been a national movement and protest to try to make Juneteenth a federal holiday, meaning that nobody gotta work or most people won't have to work. And you know, I just feel like in order to make this happen, there needs to be more education as to what Juneteenth really is, because a lot of people don't even know what the holiday is. I really didn't know too much about the history about it until like about a couple weeks ago, and even our president of the United States said in a recent interview that he did not even know what Juneteenth was, and the people around him didn't know what Juneteenth was. And the reason why he said this is because he was actually supposed to hold a rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma today, June 19th, and he got a lot of backlash for doing that because we just felt like, you know, in a time like this especially, that it was just a little bit distasteful to hold a rally like that. And also Tulsa, Oklahoma to be exact, is where a huge massacre occurred that killed a ton of black people, and this was back in 1921. So after that, that's what made him say like, damn, I didn't even know about June 19th or Juneteenth. So this is me, I guess, trying to educate people about the history of it. Quickly, 1 second. All right, so I just about flipped them all. The only thing that worries me is the oil that's dripping. It's dripping into flames, and you see that over there? Yeah, that's not something we want. But I think what I'm gonna try is putting a little bit of sweet chili sauce. Just put a little bit of sweet chili sauce on this bad boy and see what happens. That's looking pretty good. That sweet chili sauce is banging. Okay, our bacon is done. Now let's try our eggs. This is actually the part I'm scared about, but I'm excited about it too. Was not good. That was not good, guys. Let's try another egg. My grill is uneven, so I'm seeing that the egg is just kind of sliding to one side. Yikes. I'll fix some red pepper flakes, give it some smokiness, and then it is ready to eat. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Right. This is the final product. Bacon and eggs on the grill. Also, disclaimer, I did use this mat. I got it from the grocery store. Well, Food Line to be specific. And this is my first time using it. I must say, it's a cool concept, but it's so incredibly flimsy. I think I'm very surprised by how flimsy it really is. Time for the taste test. You know, it wouldn't be a real barbecue unless you're uncomfortably eating food on paper plates off of your lap. Wow, that's very nice. Also, I put sweet chili sauce when it was like almost done. Like it probably had like 30 seconds left. Put sweet chili sauce, kind of glazed it, and then I flipped it on both sides. Usually I do this with honey, but I don't have honey, so I use sweet chili, and it's actually amazing. So now let's try the eggs. The eggs I'm a little more worried about. They are extremely yolky. Yolky. Alright. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. Guys, I highly recommend making bacon and eggs on the grill. But I've come to realize that bacon and eggs in any form, whether it's the grill, oven, or whatever, is just so good. Let's get the combo. I'm amazed by myself. Now it's time to educate y'all. Legs crossed and everything. So, in 1865, after 2 months after the end of the Civil War, General Gordon Granger went over to Texas and demanded that all slaves be free. There is no longer a relationship between master and slave, but now it is a relationship between employer and employee. So he's basically like, if you want to keep these people, you need to be paying them because they are free. At last, they are free. This was not the first attempt though. 2 years before that, in 1863, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which was supposed to free all the slaves in all states. But word simply just didn't reach the southern states for reasons that people still aren't really sure of. There's a lot of theories, but none of them have been confirmed, and I don't think any of them will be confirmed because it's been like 200 years. So after that treaty was signed, only slaves in the North really were free. So it wasn't until 1865, June 19th, 1865, when this General Gordon Granger demanded it, that the slaves were free. And this was a very important day in history for Black people because no longer were they tied down. They felt free and they could be whoever they wanted to be. To an extent, because obviously a major change like this isn't something that everyone is going to agree on. So Americans were upset. African Americans were treated terribly, lynching, killings, pillaging, burning, raping, but white people were coming after Black people for anything. Especially like the people of authority, like generals and the KKK, just everyone. Even though we weren't really free, by law we were free. It didn't stop Black people from celebrating. The next year, in 1865, June 19th, Black people were celebrating their freedom. They couldn't gather in any type of setting, like any type of building, so they would go by the lake or by water and just have a grill, and they'd have cookouts, dance, party, whatever, and which is what we're kind of doing today, but it's alone with myself. But we're still celebrating. And it wasn't until 1980 where Texas actually acknowledged it as a holiday, and it started out as June 19th holiday, but it became Juneteenth. That's 1980. So slavery was abolished in 1865, but it wasn't until 1980 where Texas felt like it was worth celebrating. But not only that, but it took until 1997, the year I was born, 22 years ago, where Congress recognized it as a national holiday. So, it's definitely a little heartbreaking to think that it took that long for our nation to really recognize the importance of a day like this, but it came, and now we're here in 2020, where we are fighting to make it a federal holiday. And this is my part in trying to do that. I know that there are protests or petitions going out there, so if you do run into those, definitely sign them. If you see people who don't know what Juneteenth is, try to educate them, especially Black people, because it's really important that we know our history. Much of it is hidden from us, or we don't learn about it in school. I remember looking at textbooks that made slavery look like it was some type of happy vacation for Black people, which is just terribly wrong. It's terribly wrong to teach that to students, because now students are gonna grow up thinking like, oh, Black people wanted to be slaves, Black people wanted to leave their country and their continent to work for white people and be brutally treated, and that's just not the way we should teach it. If anything, we need to recognize that these things happened, that these events happened, and move on from it. But if we're trying to hide that it happened, or try to mask it, or try to PG our history, that's not fair to us. It's not fair to us. It just keeps us back, it holds us back, and it's our time to move forward. So I encourage you all, June 19th, today, 2020, and June 19th every year, is to celebrate it with pride. Have a cookout, invite friends over, social distance, at least for now, and just celebrate your history. Watch Black movies, listen to Black music. I don't know, celebrate your culture, Black, white, Asian American, whatever. Celebrate Black culture today, and hopefully by next year it will be recognized as a federal holiday. Kudos to my job, kudos to all the other jobs that are recognized in this day and giving time off to their employees. And with that said, thank you all for watching this video and watching me eat my bacon and eggs. I will see you next time.